Good evening, I'm Keisha Butts with the CTV News Update. Governor Larry Hogan makes an announcement involving COVID-19, college-bound students, and free money. Byron Scott has the details.
I'm Byron Scott on the campus of the University of Maryland, where the governor today announced his plan on how to get more young people vaccinated.
And so today, we're here in College Park to announce an exciting partnership between the Maryland Department of Health and the Maryland Department of Higher Education Commission to provide $1 million in college scholarships for Marylanders aged 12 to 17 who get vaccinated.
It's all part of Governor Larry Hogan's No Arm Left Behind campaign. With more than 75% of Marylanders vaccinated and the Delta variant spreading among the unvaxxed, the governor says more needs to be done.
Beginning next Monday, July 12th, utilizing the same random number generator that was used for our successful Vax Cash promotion through the Maryland Lottery, the Maryland Department of Health and the Maryland Higher Education Commission will select and award a $50,000 scholarship.
The plan is simple. All you have to do is get vaccinated, and you're automatically enrolled in the lottery.
We'll award 2 scholarships every week for 8 weeks through Labor Day, when we will then, on the last day, pick 4 winners. That's 20 drawings, each one with the chance to win $50,000 scholarships.
Money from the initiative comes from the American Rescue Plan and can be used at any college or university nationwide. Byron Scott, CTV News.
In other news, the State Health Department today reports 55 new COVID-19 cases. The agency also says 1 person has died from the virus in the last 24 hours. The state's death toll from the disease is now 9,538. Currently, more than 100 Marylanders are in the hospital with the coronavirus. A hearing is set for this Friday regarding Maryland's move to end federal pandemic jobless benefits. Attorneys for Governor Larry Hogan and a group of unemployed workers will return to a Baltimore courtroom in just 2 days, where a judge will decide whether the state must continue participating in the federal program that provides supplemental payments. Unemployed workers can continue receiving the benefits at least until a temporary restraining order against Hogan expires in a week. A second hearing is scheduled for Monday, the day before the order expires. Meantime, a Prince George's council member says many residents are still hurting and need access to unemployment benefits. Councilmember Danielle Glero says Prince George's has the highest jobless rate in the state. She disagrees with the governor's claims that the extra benefits make it harder to fill jobs.
People still have need for food resources. And I think that's a clear demonstration that there is still a lot of need out there. Parents are really struggling with how to care for younger kids at this moment in time. And I think we need to be honest with ourselves. The livable wages that some of our residents were earning, they are not, at the end of the day, a livable wage.
Glero says she agrees with the federal government's decision to end the benefits program in September. A Baltimore police officer has been charged with assault after struggling with Anne Arundel County officers who were trying to render aid to his unresponsive 15-year-old son who died. 34-year-old police officer Eric Banks was charged with assault, reckless endangerment, and resisting arrest, among other charges, in connection with the incident at Banks's home at the 14,000 block of Stony Point Way in Curtis Bay. It happened last night. Investigators say Banks became combative and tried to disarm an officer as police rendered aid to the boy. Officials have not released the teen's name or the cause of death. You're watching CTV News. I'm Keisha Butts. We'll be back in a moment.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Could spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes now that have just begun under a purple sun. There's many reasons we are what we've become. I'm going through changes now. Things could be different, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes
Welcome back. As temperatures soar past 90 degrees across parts of Maryland, the inside of your car can be dangerously hot. That's why the Prince George's Fire Department is reminding parents and caregivers to never leave a child unattended inside a vehicle. They say cars can heat up in a matter of minutes.
So we ask people to, once they put the child in the secured car seat, ensuring that's in properly, put some kind of reminder in the back seat with the child. And that way you can say, okay, I'm gonna put my water bottle back there or my phone or my bag and say, hey, look, I know I have to get back there and get something.
Chrisman says if you see a child left alone in a car, call 911 immediately. State Comptroller Peter Francho says Prince George's lawmakers should step up efforts to get federal pandemic relief funds. That's after a work group learned that the county has received about 50% less money than Montgomery County. The work group was mandated by the state legislature to look at how pandemic relief funds have been spent.
There is a tremendous amount of federal relief sitting undistributed right now. And I would urge, Prince George's County has a very strong legislative delegation. But I would encourage them to look at the results all around the state, because it's not just Prince George's and Montgomery. This affects other areas of the state. So should there be some correction here and doubling back? Yes. Is there money and cash available? Yes.
In addition, you said this work group is kind of a ongoing process. What more do you think will be learned from this group itself?
Well, the fiasco of unemployment claims is just legendary in Maryland. And for over a year and a half, nobody seems to answer the phone at the Department of Labor. Nobody seems to promptly process unemployment claims. And as a result, people are really questioning the competency of state government.
In addition to an upcoming work group on unemployment issues, the Comptroller's office will also be looking into profiteering during the pandemic. CASA files a lawsuit in Montgomery County alleging that a Germantown mobile home park is charging illegal water fees. The suit also alleges that Middlebrook MHC is intimidating 28 tenants of the park. CASA says the company has failed to properly maintain its water systems or monitor usage and passes on enormous fees to residents.
Back in 2018, the company decided to change how they billed for water, and they installed new sub-meters on all these units. And then immediately people started getting enormous bills, saying that they used 50,000 gallons of water, $790, $250, $400 a month, just kind of insane water bills. And the tenants raised concerns, and the company did nothing. The rates problem is that the way WSSC charges for water, they charge on a tiered basis. So there's tiers 1 through tier 4. And if you use a lot of water, you pay at the tier 4 very highest rate. And if you use very little water, you pay at the tier 1 rate. What Middlebrook is doing is they have maintained their system so poorly that they're in tier 3 of 4. So they use a lot of water. And then they pass on the tier 3 rate to all tenants, regardless of how much water they use. So they have no incentive to fix any of the problems. They have no incentive to try and maintain the water systems, and it's causing the tenants to pay more than they should.
The lawsuit also claims that the landlord threatened to evict residents for non-payment of rent when they complained that Middlebrook Mobile Homes wasn't following contractual, statutory, and common law obligations. More bodies are pulled from the rubble of the collapsed condo in Surfside, Florida. Rescue crews have discovered 10 more bodies from the pile of pulverized concrete, bringing the death toll to 46. Fire officials broke the news of the discovery to family members in a private briefing. It has been 14 days since the Champlain Towers South building collapsed, and officials are sounding more and more grim about finding anyone alive. A D.C. man has been charged with attempted murder and assault of 2 Prince George's police officers. Investigators say it happened during a traffic stop just after midnight on July 4th at the 6000 block of Riggs Road in Chilham. The suspect is 29-year-old Dimitri Reese. Investigators say Reese exited the car in an attempt to escape, but as police tackled him, the suspect allegedly pulled out a handgun and fired a shot, striking himself in the leg. Officers tased Reese and were able to wrestle the gun away. He's charged with attempting to murder 1 police officer and assaulting another. He's being held on a no bond status. And we'll be back with more news in a moment. Stay with us.
Are you a landlord in Prince George's County? The Housing Authority is interested in partnering with you to make more rental properties available to Housing Choice Voucher holders with special needs. Rental properties can be apartments or single-family homes. Cash incentives for new, returning, and existing landlords are now available. If your rental property can currently accommodate persons with disabilities, or you're willing to make modifications to your property to make it accessible to voucher holders with special needs, this one-time cash incentive is for you. The Housing Authority makes one-time monthly rent payments on behalf of Housing Choice Voucher holders directly into your bank account. For more information, call the Housing Authority of Prince George's County on 301-883-5501 or visit the website at princegeorgescounty.gov/3746/landlord recruitment campaign.
Thank you for staying with us. Several families are displaced by an early morning fire in Landover. Firefighters were called to the 1000 block of Catsby Terrace around 6:15 a.m. When crews arrived, they found a townhouse engulfed in flames and smoke. Officials say the fire extended to the roof and spread to 2 other homes. 9 adults and 5 children were displaced. A local organization that aims to get more Black youth into swimming says a recent Olympic panel decision is unnecessary. The International Swimming Federation barred athletes from using a swim cap designed specifically for Black natural hair. It's called Soul Cap. While the Olympic panel says it will revisit the matter, the nonprofit group Black Kids Swim says it's unfortunate.
The message that it sends to the young athletes that I interact with every day at Black Kids Swim, the African American children who are doing great, who are swimming in the Junior Olympics, who are going to USA Swimming's, elite camps and things like that. They are the future of swimming, and their hair is going to need a cap, or is currently using a cap like the ones at Soul Cap and Swimma caps and Black Girl Swim caps and the many, many other brands of these types of swim caps. They're needed. They're needed by people who are swimming right now.
Black Kids Swim is based in Upper Marlboro. Its mission is to increase Black participation in competitive swimming. While checking on your weather forecast, tonight partly cloudy with lows around 74 degrees. Thursday showers likely, highs in the upper 80s. Friday possible showers, highs around 89. Saturday cloudy with a chance of showers, highs near 86. And that's your CTV News update. I'm Keisha Butts. Have a good night.
A lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. For her to see her father celebrate his graduation, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't lie and say it was easy. But sometimes you just have to stop everything and take it in. I looked at everything in a different light. And I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.